Yo, it's your boy Carl Anthony. It's due season. We locked in. And today I want to come to you all with a video about why I stopped making Manosphere and Red Pill content. And, you know, I just want to say, I was making videos about, semen retention and, you know, not being a simp, being alpha, things like that. But when I started noticing, I guess making these videos and then doing, watching some of that kind of content and realizing, man, a lot of the guys in the field of the so-called manosphere or red pill content seem to be coming from a completely bitter place and kind of hinge their content on bashing women as a form of getting back at how women have been doing men, on public forums for so long, right? And so I started to really think about that, and I'm like, I never wanted to fall in that category anyway, and I never made content bashing women, because that's not what I do. Because I'm all about my own personal accountability, and I feel like men, I feel like you are what you attract. And so before being married and in my process of dating, I've only been through the ringer with one person, with one woman. You know what I'm saying? That was my son's mom, and that wasn't even cheating or nothing like that involved. But all the women that I've dated in my past, if I was cheated on, I never knew it. Okay, and so, in my opinion, I didn't get cheated on because they never, it never presented itself that way. And plus, I've always been very selective with how many women I actually dated exclusively. And so, I feel like when you choose certain women, it's because of how you are. And a lot of guys who cheat themselves, they find themselves getting cheated on. Or a lot of guys who look for a certain type of woman, in a superficial nature, they tend to be the type of guys to get cheated on. And like I said, I'm not saying that none of the girls that I've ever dated cheated on me or not. I don't know for sure. I can't, 100% vouch that they didn't cheat or that they did cheat. So, but what I will say is I didn't have that many horrible experiences with women, and I feel like it's because of my own personal energy that I bring to the table. And so, a lot of guys in the manosphere, and they make all this content saying how women are trash and and can find different ways. I'm gonna tell you something truthfully, and I'm coming from a standpoint of the Bible, right? And if you think about it, whether you're spiritual or not, men are supposed to be the leaders, right? And if you look at the black community and the lack of two-parent households, split homes, even if the father is in the life of the child, it's a recipe for disaster. So, in my opinion, it is imperative that men are more selective with who they choose to lay with and choose to have families with in order to create a great homeostasis for the culture of the black community, right? If you have if you as a man, if men were in their rightful place as far as status, being providers, being leaders, being selective, holding themselves up to a certain standard, and not just out here, slanging it to any woman that's willing to open their legs, right? I believe that women would be more in line with who they're supposed to be. I believe that women would not be as savage as they are right now. I believe that the more savage men have become over the years has created women to become even more savage. If you think about the masculinity of men is so down that, and that's because it's a lot of black men not being raised by black men. And so, if you're out here dumping semen in all different kind of women, right? Like from time to time, then, and you leaving those kids to be raised by women who are probably not that equipped to be mothers at the time, that kid is not going to come out and be a nice pillar of the community more than likely. And so I feel like I feel like the first point of accountability comes to men. God has given us, the Most High has given us the orders to keep things in order. Okay, He has given us the mandate. Hear what it's called, the mandate to be, the proponents of structure in this world. Think about it. Governments built by men. Cities formed by men. Most companies formed by men. And I'm talking about the big companies. I'm like talking about, the ones the world dominating companies, the Microsofts, the Apples, the, Boeings, all of those. Started by men, dominated by men. The banking structures, dominated by men, right? We built the structure of the world and of the economies. So if we're not leading properly in those ways, then the world is not going to be led properly, right? The world is going to fall to pieces. And so within that goes with the family. If men are not the leads of the family and the heads of the family, then how will the women act accordingly? How will the children act accordingly? We have to start, nowadays we're so loose with how we choose to raise families. Like we're willing to have kids and not be with the woman. I'm gonna raise my kids, but I don't want to deal with her. It doesn't make sense. You're supposed to be able to raise, if you're going off how you were raised and how the fact that you saw your parents, living a certain way and not, raising you in a together household. Like I was raised in a single parent household. My mom raised me, and I feel like part of that was good, part of that was bad. My father wasn't equipped to be a father. He wasn't. I will say that. So there's some credence to, man, look, women and men need to be more selective with who they date, who they choose to lay with, especially when it comes to kids, having kids and having a family. Part of the problem to me mainly is that we do everything in reverse. Men, since we're always in attack mode and conquer mode, we choose to say, I want to sleep with her just because she got, all the assets that we want, right? That we like, that we're attracted to. So it's just immediately, I want to sleep with her. I want to get in those guts, right? We're not thinking about any repercussions from that. We don't know we don't even know her last name. We don't know the stock that she comes from. We don't know that if I was to mistakenly dump in her and have a baby, what kind of woman would she be? What kind of mother would she be? How would that affect my life in the long run? We're not thinking like that. We think in reverse. We think oppositely. I think that's the main problem with the black community, is that we think in reverse. We think after the fact. It's like, I just got her pregnant. I might as well be in a relationship with her. I might as well marry her later. No. As a man, you're supposed to be the king. You're supposed to be the leader. So you should be finding someone that aligns with your life properly, right? Someone that aligns with your life properly in order to get the things and get the lifestyle that you want in the way you want, right? You must choose a woman, and I'm talking about when you're ready to have, a family and, build your empire. But you must choose a woman that can be a great accessory. And I'm not diminishing women to accessories. I'm just saying someone that's a great, help to. Bible said the women were a help meet. They were made to be help meet. So you need to find a woman that's going to be a great help to the progress of your life, right? And so that means that a woman that's, the right type of femininity for you, the right type of nurturing for you, that has the qualities of womanhood that you want to see in a woman, that you want to be the perfect opposite to you, to help you get to where you're trying to go in life. That means the family that you're trying to raise, the kids that you're trying to have, and the business that you're trying to sustain. A woman that's going to be supportive. But the way we look at this content today, the way that we view women today, the way that we see ourselves today, and the way that we treat each other today, we're operating in negativity. We're operating in tainted mindsets, and so therefore you're going to get those type of women. And if you're only valuing women off how they look only, then you're going to end up with trash. It's plain and simple. So I had to get out the realms of the red pill community, and the manosphere, so to speak, just to step back and realize, like, this is not my battle. It's not my battle. And look, I'm one of those guys that want to help guys. Like I talk to all my younger clients that I cut, my guys that's in their early 20s and mid 20s and stuff, and I'm giving them my tips and feedback and how not to be a simp, because like I've told you guys before, I was simping in my relationship right now. Like I was simping in my current relationship, and I had to realize one day, I had an out of body experience, and I had to realize, like, wait a minute, I gotta be the leader. I gotta stand on my own. I gotta stand on my own core values in my own relationship with my wife. That's just that's just the truth. And so, it's a difficult struggle to try to get that back and get your status back in your own relationship. But guess what? If you are that man, you can get that back. So you just got to learn how to navigate. You know what I'm saying? And so I wasn't taught to be alpha. I wasn't taught to be, a high value man. I was taught to be nice and kind. That's it. My mom taught me to be nice and kind, and kind of compromising, right? And so, and she was doing the best she could. But my father wasn't alpha. He's not alpha. He's not, a man of presence and stature. And I'm talking about stature as far as not physical stature, but just stature. And so, I look at all those things and I realize, like, man, like, we got a lot of work to do as black guys and black women. We have to cherish each other a little bit better, have a little more respect. But it starts within yourself. You got to respect yourself first. Respect yourself first. Respect the Most High first. Okay? Have a reverence for the Most High. Then have a reverence for yourself. And then have a reverence for your own discipline in your sexual loins, right? You know how women feel they're the prize? Well, you should feel like you're the prize too. Okay? And so treat your physicals as if you're the prize. Treat both of you guys shouldn't just be handing it out to whoever wants it, right? Women should be keeping their legs closed a whole lot more. Men should not be slinging it around a whole lot more. They should, you gotta choose wisely, man. Choose wisely the things you do. You can't just do anything you want to do. Okay. I mean, you could do whatever you want to do, but know that there's going to be repercussions because of your own choices. So, that's all I want to talk about today. I'm really on this fitness journey right now, and that's the biggest thing, and that's what I'm really focusing on. And so, the red pill Manosphere content. I'm gonna touch on some topics, like especially when I start this daily show. My daily show is gonna be, I'm gonna start it on this channel, and then I'm gonna push you guys to my new channel where it's just gonna be the daily show content. Because this one, like I said, I'm gonna keep it to like lifestyle and fitness. And that's it. Build that up, and then build the other channel. So, hope you guys are with me. Like and subscribe for the algorithms. It's your boy Carl Anthony, and let me know your thoughts. Peace.